thing. Like it really is such an important thing. I'm not just talking about like having positive energy, good vibes, and all that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm getting into today. It's like the flow of energy, you know. I remember when I first learnt about it, it was actually through Dr. Demartini, and he was saying, you know, when you achieve a sense of equanimity in your life, which is basically seeing both sides to things that happen. You know, you could have a bad situation, you have a positive, you see the positives in it. There could be a blessing, but you also see the crisis. So you're never too high, never too low. And he says when you're in that state, you're in peak health, you're in peak inspiration, peak creativity. You access your basically your best self. Yeah. Um, and that's when I learned that's actually how you heal yourself too. It's like he was saying that when you have a an unbalanced perspective on things, you store the emotions that come with that unbalanced perspective in your body, and that's where diseases and all this kind of stuff begins. So, you know, that was when I first got introduced to it, and this was at the Breakthrough experience back in 2015. Okay, so this is like when I'm learning to become a facilitator. I'm still working in a sales role at that point. And then I remember I started using the method. I started clearing my perspective, and it was an interesting process because it did work. You know, I remember when I first started using it, you know, I'm in sales and I'm quite desperate, you know, because I'm new to the game and everything. And what this did was it neutralized desperation. It neutralized that yeah, that rah-rah that you can, or that you just, you know, that hastiness you can feel when someone's pitching you, go, you need my money, don't you, man? You need my money. And it can make you uncomfortable as a customer. So using the method for that was phenomenal because I almost instantly noticed a result. And I do believe it's because the energy was free flowing. You know, it was interesting because it's like high energy. You would think high energy makes a big difference, but if it's not authentic, then you can then obviously it's not free flowing. It's forced. It's more like you're tense and there's no energy coming through, and you're having to manufacture these states. So you know, I'm going at the method for years, and I'm learning other processes too over the time, and what I found was there was this underlying assumption that uh, if my energy isn't right, okay, if it's not positive, right, and though I'd learnt this stuff from DeMartini and everything, I still had this unconscious assumption, which was like, if my energy isn't positive and like uplifting, then I can't create what I want, and that ran me for a long time, and it actually drove a lot of the personal development I was doing. It's like you gotta heal yourself. You guys have heard the story, but this assumption, it's like I gotta feel good. I gotta feel, you know, inspiring and blah and da, da, da. And it just ran me until over the last few years that assumption has been undone, and what's been really cool is to notice how much more energy I've been able to access because I'm not reliant on energy. I know it sounds a bit like, what are you talking about? But it's like I'm receiving more for everything that I'm doing, you know, my books, my music and all that business, because I'm not relying on energy. You know, you ever get up in the morning? This is how it used to be. It's like I gotta do my cold shower and I, you know, I actually don't do cold. I haven't done cold showers for a few weeks, and I've been, you know, doing heaps of cool things. But like there was so much that I used to do to get energy. So it's like the cold showers, the breath work, these methods, and you know, even the genius stuff, get energy, prime me up so I'm ready, right? So it's all about getting ready. And it's like, dude, when are you gonna do something? and I was doing things, but that's how I started my day. It's like, let me get ready to be like powerful, right? And looking back on that, it's like that assumption that I need to get ready to be powerful is a bit fucked because it was like, ah, this is all just kind of coming to me as I'm talking here, but it was like the frame set me up. It's like, well, that's how I started my day. So when I write, let's just write to eventually get good at it. Let's not write the damn thing and have a red hot crack at writing something genius here. Let's just write to have a crack, see what happens. Doesn't matter if it's no good. So I'm not on the edge. I'm on the sidelines. And it's like, hey, do you want to be LeBron James in your life? Do you want to be the LeBron James in your life? Or do you want to be the fucking Caron Butler? Yeah, don't ask me where I pulled that day, but he was a bench player. I don't even know. They weren't even in the same era. But anyway, you get the point that actually Caron Butler in his prime was pretty good, but maybe down the track he wasn't. But you get the point. Do you want to be super powerful or like, creating, throwing yourself out there and doing the thing? Or do you want to just be getting ready to go all the time? And that was me. That was me. And the change came when it's like, I don't need energy. Sorry, my energy doesn't need to be perfect to be creative. Because and what that did, I started to receive more. Like in my dreams, I'm hearing songs, and that's never happened. It's only recent. My books, I'm writing, and I don't know where this shit's coming from. That's happened before, but it's just easier now. It doesn't feel good before I start. I hate writing like I don't really enjoy it. It's like, oh, again, but as soon as it's cool, right? It's cool. And it's because I don't need energy. It's just like, it's gonna find me. The energy of the book, the music, the business, it's gonna find me. And so I'll circle back to the method. Now, because I'm like, I don't need to feel great. I don't need to be perfect to have what I want in my life. Now using the method, oh, like I'm letting go of stuff on a deeper level. Like things are coming up. And they're coming up a lot more because I'm off the carbs. I'm losing weight at the moment. Dropping. It's not much to lose. I've probably started at about 77 and I'm getting down to 74. So we're talking 3 kilos. But the carbs that I'm usually having, that in all honesty, I should be having, they're off the table now, and it's fallen off quick. So, but when you drop the carbs immediately, you guys know if you ever done a sugar detox, caffeine thing. One of my friends in Byron's doing that at the moment, off caffeine. I don't know how she could do that. But or you give up carbs or whatever it is, you feel stuff. So I've been using the method to just, neutralize it. And man, I'm telling you, I'm having full on emotional fucking releases when I'm doing it. And it's not, and it's so interesting to watch because these are things that I've tried to neutralize in the past, like resentment, some things towards people, shit back from like really going back. And in the past, it's been a real challenge to see the benefits in those crises, or to see what I actually took out of those losses. But because I don't need to feel good, it's coming easier now. It's coming easier. And I tell you what, it's such a phenomenal thing to experience because it's like, whoa, cause I don't need this to happen, cause I don't need to heal myself, cause I don't need to be Superman. Not that I ever thought I was, but I thought I needed to be. I'm feeling better every day. But not because I'm not going for it though. It's just like, oh, I've got an unbalanced perspective here. It would be useful. That's the terminology I'm kind of going with now. It's like it's useful for me to let go of some shit that I've had towards my dad. There's things that looking back, I won't go into it because that's personal, but it's like we all have stuff towards our parents, and I've carried a lot of shit that I haven't needed to carry towards them for years. But through dissolving that, I'm just like, he was a pretty good dad, dude. That's literally this is what I said yesterday. And I've never said that. Well, I have when I first did the method, but it's been a while since I've said that because there was obviously more layers for me to go into to neutralize. And I'm like, it wasn't perfect. No one is. But it's like through me noticing that I don't need to be perfect, I'm now letting others off the hook, which is just like I don't know if this is what it is, but what's coming to me, it's like neutralizing narcissism, neutralizing the looking down on people, which I think has been very powerful so far because yeah, it's creating things that I wouldn't thought it would create. Like as I said, the writing is coming together so much easier now. It's not easy to start, but once I've started, we're on. Music, rocking and rolling. Um, it, and it's just like it's great to see. It's great to receive like that. Now, I haven't got a business case study for you yet, but I'm assuming it's gonna go that way as well. Um, and even like, when I heard from my mum the other day, just noticing how I opened up my message and went, "Oh, mum messaged me." It wasn't, "Oh no, not again." Because I don't know if you guys feel like that, but in all honesty, that's how I felt in the past. And it's not because of her, it's because of me. It's because I've held on to shit that I haven't actually known. Like, why is this so hard to get over? There's a lot of pressure on it. I need to get over this so I can't. And here we go. I need to get over this so bad that I'm going to convince myself that I'm constantly over it so that I can get out of it again down the track because it's like it's so important. It's like if I get out of this, I'm going to be someone better. But then if there's nothing to get out of in the past, in the future, how am I going to continue to get better? I don't know if that's making sense. It's really making sense to me. It's like I need to continue to break through shit to be a better person. But now it's like, no, I don't. I'm imperfectly me. And that's cool. It is. And then it's like, oh, right. That's and I'm talking like my left hip was fucking not to sound weird. It was fucking throbbing. It was like boom, 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 like, oh man, something's fucking gone there. And I had to actually stand up, jump up a few times because I could feel it. It was shooting up my spine and everything. It's like, man, I just let something go, and it wasn't a fart. But honestly, it was that powerful. It was like, shit, wow, poor mum and dad, they deserve that. They deserve that. But this is the fucked up thing that we get taught in personal development. Fix yourself, and then eventually you'll be enlightened. No, I'm not going for enlightenment, man. I'm not going for it. I'm here to create stuff. I'm here to just be me and create cool shit. I don't and I don't need to be perfect to create cool stuff. I just don't need it. I don't need it. And because I don't need it, I can let go finally. That event when I was 5 and I perceived that my dad said this. Probably not even true, but let's just entertain it because the ego thinks it is. Let's neutralize it. Right. There was actually benefits to that. Let that go. I'm telling you now, I actually won't tell you. I'll share with you because that's quite egoic of me. But like, I know so many people that I speak to who do this work, who do this kind of work, and they can't let go of it. They can't let go of the same old challenge. And I've been one of those people. And I'm noticing it's that assumption. That assumption it'll kill you. It'll kill you. It'll honestly, it'll drive you broke, and it'll make you spend more money than you actually need to on personal development. I need to be something more to create what I want. No, 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 no. As soon as you let go of it, it's like you can drop all your shit. The past is truly done. Then it's like, well, I just need to get back in there and go neutralize, neutralize, neutralize. Okay, and it's not a logical. It truly isn't a logical process. Like the process I've experienced has been like it starts logical, but then you start to feel it in your body, and it's automatic. It's an auto. It's like, oh fuck, finally. And it's not now. Now again, I just want to make something clear. If you're watching this, going, what, you know, you're just feeling good about the past. No, 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 no. There's still drawbacks there. It's neutral, but it's just that when you get there, it's like, oh, far out. My energy's not like my mind isn't sending energy to that thing anymore. It's just not right. And you feel sometimes you don't feel it in your body, but when it's like really charged, mate, you'll cry. You'll have to jump up and do a few push-ups or a few jumping jacks on the spot, whatever it is, because you'll feel it. It's like it's gotta be moved. And yeah, that's my message today. And that's the discussion I really want to open up for for particularly, if you've been doing a lot of personal development, and I speak to one of my mates about this quite a bit, Stephen. He holds similar beliefs about self-improvement and everything. And it's just like things get worse. Things get worse when personal development is this tool to try and make ourselves perfect. And I didn't know that's what I was actually going for until I got so far into the mud, so far down the hole that I'm like, it's not working, right? It's not working. And then I went, you were meant to be the solution, but you're not. Why is that? It's worked for some people, hasn't worked for me. Right. I'm the denominator here. So what is it? Is it that I'm looking at myself as an incapable, as a subpar solution potentially, and then it's just like, oh right, that's what I've actually been focused on. I'm not allowed to be imperfect. I'm not allowed to be seen in my vulnerability. I'm not allowed to be angry. I'm not allowed to be judgment. All these things. And then it's just more and more I do this stuff now with the assumption, don't need to be perfect. Drop, 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 drop. It's like, oh, power coming back. Thank you very much. Body free. Think and clean. There's the wrapper. Just kidding around. But yeah, that's my message for today. And if you're there, go with that new assumption. You don't need to be perfect. Don't need to be perfect to create what you want. Yeah. All right, that's it from me. I hope you guys are good. Subscribe if you are enjoying Alchemy. Comment, share if you've had a similar experience. And I'll be back when we've got more to chat about. See you then.